So we're going to start off today by removing the taillight. Because I didn't show that last time either. Although it's not like it's that hard. Just pull back the trunk cover and remove these stupid little clip thingies and be like, oh my god, there's a taillight. I might as well show you guys this because my brother was so proud of this when he did this. So there you go. Whole wrapped inside. Even though he has some wrinkles. And there's a bubble here. He tried. And it's also coming down here. Still pretty cool though. Unnecessary, but pretty cool. So now that this is out, now it's time to disassemble it like we did last time before taking soldering iron and cutting things open. God, the weather's weird. It's warm yet cold. But I'm just gonna unclip it here. Why is that sticky and gross? I have no clue. Take out the bulb, get rid of this harness. We'll throw this to the side somewhere. Now with the harness free, it's clear all around for me to start cutting.
It's in my head, darling, I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me down. 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 Thought you were on my side, but now there's nobody by my side. I need you right now. Yeah, I need you right now. So don't let me down. I think I'm losing my mind now. It's in my head, darling, I hope that you'll be here when I need you the most. So don't let me down. Don't let me down. Don't let me down.
Stand up for this part because my legs are killing me from crouching for so long, but you see I got the inner portion out. It's this really cool silver thing. I mean, honestly, this would look really cool and custom with a clear lens, but we're not doing that because I don't have the supplies made a clear lens, even though I probably wanted a lens after doing all this. And I did scratch the inner piece right here. So one thing to note, the second you touch chrome like this, like I had to touch it with my bare hands to pull it out, it's ruined on this side. Luckily, that lens is pretty dark, so you won't actually see that. It's actually pretty hard to see in there in general. That's why I didn't paint the other one, because I figured it'd be fine. Because it was scratched a little too. Not nearly as bad as right here, but it was scratched. Plus, once we have the LED strip, which I'm getting from this noodle I call. It's just a generic switchback. I get these on eBay. They're cheap, and they're fun for experiments. So I'm going to show you guys how I line this up. Essentially what I did is I put a bead of hot glue in first, going along the area, let it dry. And then I put this on there so then it's laid into it, and then put hot glue behind it again. So it has a nice sturdy foundation to stick onto, and also so I can angle it in a custom way. So then it's facing backwards instead of, like the first time I did it, I just did one bead and stuck it on, and it was facing that way towards the front of the car. So this way it gives me a bit better control of where it's going. So I'm going to go get the hot glue gun, and I'm also going to cut out this corner. This is where I put the wire. So I need space in this corner, so I usually just chop it out right here and then feed the wire through. So I just realized the camera actually wasn't pointing at me, but I just laid down the hot glue in the direction I want it to go. Now I'm just going to unplug this tube. That's what I call it, and really it's just, I'm not unplugging anything. I'm just ripping this little waterproof cap off, which I don't know how well it honestly works. It probably does not work well. And I gently as possible pull this out without damaging any of the LEDs. There we go. So here I got my LED strip. You can see the amber and the white. So I'm going to tilt you guys down so you can see me glue it on. And the red daytime light works, except for this one corner. The same thing happened with the turn signal on the other side. It's just the inner LEDs are too close together and it messes everything up. It sucks, but it's what happens. Unless it's a individual LED setup, it's not going to work perfectly. So now I'm going to take this, I'm going to seal up the back of it, and then I'll vinyl wrap the top as well. That little corner will be less noticeable on the top of the vinyl wrap, and you'll see it'll look nice anyway. All sealed up here on my phone because camera's dead. Happy this phone records really well, just the audio sometimes sucks when I'm behind it like this. But, all sealed, now it's time to just put it in there, that thing. Ta-da, look at that, perfect. So now both sides are pretty, you can see this side's just missing that chunk right here. Like I said, it sucks, but that's just because it was on the inside of the strip, the way they were set up. This one works all the way through, but it'll be a little less noticeable, like I said before, when I have this eyelid here. I mean, it'll always be noticeable, it'll always be there that it's missing, but at least there's still LEDs there, and it looks really cool. And this, like when I have the turn signals on, I'll turn the hazards on so you can see. Which I find weird the hazards aren't that bright, but push that. You can see this one has that same problem up here when it comes to the turn signal. There's just nothing there. And then I go to this side, and this one actually has it there, so it's just the way I aligned them and how there's two LEDs next to each other. Just the one that's on the inside of the curve dies. It's just how it is. But I mean, it still is really cool, especially since it cost me nothing to do. I mean, it cost me a little pain, and the strips I already had, which were really cheap, like crazy cheap strips. Now, if you went to someone and had them do this for you, probably cost a fortune, and they'd probably do it better. But you're better off if you want to do it at home, and if this is something you want to do by yourself, just as a weekend project, maybe more than a weekend, because God, this was difficult. Then yes, you can do it at home. You can just buy cheap switchbacks. Maybe not make this turn so sharp like I did and smoothen it out, and both would work perfectly fine. But in all, it probably cost me like 20 bucks to do the two outers, and it looks really cool. I don't think I'm going to do the inners, because after doing all that work for the outers, I really don't want to do the inners. It looks so much extra work. I swear, I don't want to do the inner ones. I think I'll just keep the outer ones. It looks cool. So before I end the video, I'm going to get a new battery for that camera, and I'm going to show you guys me wrapping the eyelids, just as the final hurrah, so then it's all done and all pretty and ready. Loud, but these are a lot brighter now. Obviously my car battery was dying. That looks so good right now. This you can tell is broken there, but hey, you know, it looks really good still. I still like it. It's a little retarded, but I still like it. And then this side obviously is perfect. I wish I could have recreated that on this side. This side you can tell the strip isn't exactly the same. This is kind of doing something different, weird. This is definitely kinked more in the top corner. We've got 3 LEDs out compared to the 2 LEDs that were out, the turn signal for the other one. I don't know. I wish I would have hit gold again, but nonetheless, still really cool. And awesome. So I'm going to go get the vinyl so I can finish this up and add these little eyelids. And clean it up, and then get back to the regular camera. So pretty still. So pretty. So the corner of LEDs actually started working again, this one, which looks great. And I noticed it actually came off. The hot glue didn't hold the strip down this time on the top. So it popped off a bit, but even if I hit it, it doesn't actually really move. It still kind of stays in place, so I'm fine with it. And I'm going to wrap the top of this down, make it look all nice and pretty, and hide also the super glue from when I cracked this one trying to open it the first time. So it seems like every time I do a rebuild I put an eyelid on it, but I mean, come on, it looks so good. On this side, I'm going to try and get out of its way, but with that light, now it would look cooler with it extending in here, but I don't want to take this apart, so I think I'm just going to leave it like this. It definitely gave it a whole new look just doing that, and it's so awesome. I really like it, especially with the eyelid, because the eyelid looked a little out of place before, but now that the light's here, it makes sense that that's there, the eyelid, and I don't know, I really like it. It looks so pretty. So if you're scared to do this at home, don't do it. You can see I cut myself on my hand. I don't know how well it's showing up, and I got marks all the way down my arm and everything like that. Besides the small cuts, you are risking a breaking your taillight. That's why I said in the last video, if you're planning on doing this, make sure you can afford a new set of taillights if you mess up. And at least get custom ones after that. But the effect is really cool. Such a simple little thing you could do to your taillight, except for opening the taillight. The taillight opening part, that's not simple, I'm sorry. I didn't make the taillights, Lexus did, and they did it in a shitty way where you have to cut it open with a soldering iron, and it sucks. It really sucks. I actually hate how these taillights are set up, but I love how it looks now, and I'm in pain, and hopefully it don't leak, and I'm in pain. I think I mentioned that already, but I'm in pain. Not only my knees from kneeling the whole time, but also just cuts and scrapes. But it does look really cool. I'm going to do some close-up shots, and then I'm just going to end the video after that, so let's look at these real quick. So I'm going to post pictures of this on my Snapchat tonight because it just looks so good and I can't wait to see them both at night, the little C's. And this inner portion does light up, so it's not like it's just like the whole design was going to work based on the fact that these two light up and then I had like the C and the line going this way. I'm not going to have the whole line now just because of the fact that I don't want to open these. But with the C it'll still look really cool and I can't wait to see them tonight. I'll put it on my Snapchat tonight, but it looks really cool, really good, and I like it so much, although it did scratch up this taillight and cracked some of the nightshade, just fighting with it so much. But I can just go back, polish it, and just re-nightshade it if I really wanted to get that red out perfect. Because like this one, when I look up above, it's actually still red. It didn't fade as much, but the other side actually has a lot of fade in the taillight. And it looks pink from the top, so I might re-nightshade these again anyway. But it looks so good the way it is, I like it. If you want to get cheap car parts, like I will be soon. I still can't afford them because I bought a new phone. But as soon as I can afford them, I'll be buying them through Throtl because I get them cheaper there with 10% off. But it is really cool. When I do get air suspension, I want to get it through them because it's obviously cheaper. And they do $5,000 giveaways every month. So that's also another reason to sign up. And there still is Legendary Apparel. I want to make some new designs for summer. They may come out about like June-ish. I'm going to make a bunch of designs and load them on the Teespring. But there still is the old designs from the winter. You can still pick those up. They're still on Teespring if you want them. It also supports the channel. So I'm going to see you guys tomorrow. Peace out and be legendary.
Stop till we're legend.